have the current stock market update for AMC Entertainment Holdings Incorporated, stock ticker AMC. Before we begin with today's chart analysis, if you find these educational materials to be helpful in your trading, please remember to click the like and subscribe buttons and leave your thoughts below in the comments section so that other traders can find this information more easily on the platform. So what we're looking at here is the hourly time frame. The 1 hour price chart. Each candle on this time frame represents a 1 hour trading period. And as we can see here, share prices did see a little bit of a bounce into the end of the week. And then we actually did get a bit of a sideways consolidation type of movement into the close. So these prior price lows are still establishing themselves in the same area. The prior video, we were looking at a support zone coming in at $4.04. From there, we did see a little bit of a bounce, and then we did see a little bit of a sideways sort of consolidation movement here. Overall, what I would be looking at this point would be this potential for some short-term resistance that is starting to develop right around $4 and just below $4.25 or so. So, if you are long this stock, what you really want to see to start the open would be for share prices to break above this level here. This would be the most bullish possible scenario. So if we do see share prices break above 425, I do think that you could probably looking at a retest probably of 450, possibly even above there a little bit. That would be this prior resistance zone that we're watching here. And then you would need to sort of assess how the stock is performing as we move into this 200-hour exponential moving average, which is this blue line here. As I said, this would be the most positive bullish scenario. So, if we're looking quickly at the indicator readings here, what we can see is that there's a bit of a conflicting signal at the moment. On balance, this is slightly more negative because even though we do see some positive trend wave movement here on the bottom of the relative strength index, we are also seeing some negative longer term momentum condition as well. So in this sort of situation, what you would do is you sort of side with the longer term trend line. So in this case, we are looking at a bearish trend line that is more substantial in terms of length when we're looking at the size of the trend line. So, this does take precedence, but this, it is still a conflicting signal here. It's not simply just a bearish signal because there is also some bullish evidence here as well. So if we were to continue to see sharp prices possibly break above that 425 resistance zone, that then would possibly give you a scenario where you could start to move above this prior downtrend line and then possibly break through that negative momentum condition. So that would be the outcome that you're looking for if you are bullish on this stock. At the same time, I do think that people need to be realistic about the situation here because, overall, there's a lot of negative movement here. And when I'm looking around in the other YouTube channels, I'm really not seeing people that are being very honest about the situation. And I think that this really tricks a lot of people, into getting into long positions or holding long positions, way past where they would normally consider closing those positions. So, every other channel that covers this stock is giving positive information. And I just don't see, when everybody's saying one thing, it's usually a good idea to start to look in the other direction because something is probably wrong there. And I do think that that's the case with this stock because if we sort of move out here a bit, if we just sort of look at the longer term price history here, we can see that we've already broken through several important areas of support at this point. So we did break through this 432 area, and we can see what happened the last time the stock was trading at 432. We saw this massive jump into 475. What happened this last time we were trading at 472? We broke lower, then we made new lows. These prior, even earlier support zones that came in at $4.10. This didn't support the market either. And this actually created an even larger jump when this was tested the first time. As we can see here, we move into $4.10 and then we move all the way upward here into about $6. So that's almost a 50% price movement in a very short period of time. This low would have occurred May 31st, and then this high would have occurred about a week later. So I think people should just be keeping that in mind at this point because the last time we saw 410, we had a 50% price move in a week. So that's a substantial difference. That is a huge difference compared to what we're seeing now, which was just, let's take a look at this last venture into 410. I mean, where do we actually get that test here? This is 412 here. So in this area here, look at the bounce that occurred off of 412. We see 412 trade, and then we see a high coming in at 424. So that's a 12-cent gain. You can compare that to the $2 gain that was seen the last time 410 traded. So these are major differences here. And, just looking around, lottery stocks is probably the worst as far as giving people misinformation or just, clear. I would call it disinformation, because I think it's intentional. I think he's just doing it to get clicks. I mean, he's clearly telling people things that are not true. And he knows that there are enough people that are just looking for a positive end to this story that they'll watch the video, they'll watch to the end, and they'll see what he has to say, because maybe there's some sort of light at the end of the tunnel here. But this is just keeping people in a trade that they normally would have exited. I mean, if this was any other stock, just imagine what you would do if this was not a short squeeze stock, if this was just any other situation. I mean, would you really hold on to the trade for years and then just continue to watch it grind lower like this? I mean, I don't think most people would do that. And I think people are starting to wise up here a bit and starting to get out of the trade because, trading Jesus is another ridiculous idiot who does this. There's just a lot of nonsense that has no connection to reality at all. And we're just continuing to see share prices move lower. And I just want people to keep that in mind. And I'll close out the video with this. Just think about what happened last time we traded at 410. We saw a 50% gain in share prices in 1 week. Here we saw a 12-cent price gain after share prices traded at 412. And then we fell right through 410 and traded at 404. So what this tells you is that this is no longer a significant area of support. And it's really unfortunate that, these people just continue to make these videos. And it's easy to stop this. Just don't watch them. Just don't click on the video. Don't click like or dislike. Just don't do anything. Just don't interact with the video in any way. And then it stops making its way through the algorithm. I mean, that really is the way this works. And then people don't get stuck in these trades anymore. You really are doing a real community service because people are losing a lot of money in this trade. So here's the current stock market update for AMC Entertainment, stock ticker AMC. Our high value trading strategies membership is currently available for a limited time for only $9.99 per month. These high conviction investment strategies are characterized by superior risk to reward metrics that target massive market beating returns over time. Join now to outperform the market, lock in this special introductory rate of just $9.99 per month for the entire lifetime of your membership, and start trading stocks with the pros.